Welcome to Real Estate in the Lowcountry. With me today is Joan Kelly, and of course she's with Keller Williams and the Joan Kelly Group. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So something we've talked about several times when you've been here is that you are very education based on your, with your group and what you try and do. And to that end, you just recently were at your convention and learned a lot.
Absolutely.
So share with us what you learned.
Absolutely. So we just got back from our annual convention, which is a great opportunity. We go every year, and it was great to be back in person because last year we weren't able to go because of COVID. So half our team traveled down to Orlando and participated and got to network and collaborate with some of the top agents from around the world, and we love doing that.
Sure.
And it gives us an opportunity to pick up ideas and best practices that we can bring back and benefit our buyers and our seller clients. And in addition to that, Gary Keller every year does a presentation about the real estate community and how that ties in with the economics that are what's going on in the world, and gives a perspective on what happened last year and kind of how that relates to what has happened in the past and where things are potentially going in the future. And so I'm a real geek about this stuff and wanted to share some of that. I thought some of the folks might be interested in getting sort of that 50,000 foot overview.
Right.
So I've got a couple of slides, and the first one is about home prices. And I know a lot of people have asked us, prices have gone up so much. I mean, it's crazy. Are we paying way too much?
Right.
And my answer to that is talk to your agent, and they can give you, their perspective. And it of course varies from home to home. So
Sure.
you can't just make a blanket statement. But when you look at the entire market, this first slide shows that from 1990 to what they're projecting this year, what you would expect in a healthy market is a 4% appreciation per year.
Okay.
And if you look at that yellow line in the graph, it shows that what they're projecting by the end of the year is right, maybe just a little bit above where we would be going back to 1990. Of course, in that middle there, we had the recession where nationally and locally,
Right.
we lost a lot of value.
Right.
And it's taken a long time to get back there. And I think what scares people is a lot of that appreciation happened very quickly.
Right.
And so it scares people. This, I hope, makes people feel a little more comfortable that we are not off the charts and headed for an impending big crash.
Impending doom.
Exactly.
No doom coming.
No. And then the second slide talks about inventory, which really explains what we saw in this last year, supply and demand. And in a healthy market, we would expect somewhere in 4 to 6 months of inventory situation. And you can see that last year we had 2.3 months of inventory. There are a lot of areas locally where we've got less than 1 month of
Right.
inventory. So I don't see that, we're not seeing inventory jumping up at this point.
Right.
I don't foresee that happening. So again, no reason to panic, and that sort of explains why we are where we are with so few homes being available and pricing where it is.
Yes.
And then the last thing I wanted to talk about was mortgage rates. And people ask, should I wait until prices come down? Well, that's a little bit of a gamble. None of us has a crystal ball. But what we do know is mortgage rates have started going up. They're about 4% right now, which is up from the low of just over 2.5%. And the Fed has said that they're going to do several increases this coming year.
Yeah.
So now you're gambling on, okay, how much will a house price fall, if it even will?
Right.
And that house is going to cost you more because of the cost of borrowing. So I would say, don't wait. If you are, we all need housing.
Right.
And so I think that there are still opportunities out there, and you should definitely not be afraid of moving forward with a home purchase.
Well, absolutely. And as you said before, waiting, there's not a lot of inventory. So if you're waiting, you might lose that, and you might have to wait longer than you think you are. And in that time, rates could go up again.
And also the pricing. If
Right.
the pricing continues to go up, we've
Yeah.
seen people have to pay more.
Yeah.
And so we don't want that to happen to you.
Well, thank you for all of that knowledge. It was great, and it's always good to see you, and we'll see you again very soon.
Okay, thank you.